telling you now that from here onwards, I don't want to audition anymore. Because none of the auditions have ever come back, like they're all 200, gone. I'm not good enough. So what do you want me to do?
Hi guys, welcome to Celeb Villa SA, where you get the latest news on all things trending and newsworthy. Now do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss any of my uploads. Now Abdul Khoza took things to social media, sharing how the industry is and just how it has left him broken, leaving people to question just what exactly is happening with the media. Because so many artists always come out asking for donations and others end up deserting the acting life while they depict so much talent and are truly fan favorites. While he had his interview with Metro FM, he spoke about factors that need not come into play. Abdul has distanced himself from acting, but is still willing to do something if the call comes from abroad, as he also shared that he is also now working on his own production. One thing is for certain, Abdul has a lot of supporters, and even through all this brokenness, as he revealed that he is still healing, his supporters still want to see him on screen, and more than anything, want him to hold his head up high and keep on winning.
Would you get into this game?
I believe this game definitely needs more God-led people like myself. So I definitely see myself jumping into this game because this is where God wants me to connect with his people. Like I'm saying to you, this journey is with God, by God, for me. That's how it goes. Otherwise, I would never have taken it. Hence, the reasons that might have led for my disappearance for this long, if I had to go back and redo, I'll redo. Because I know that I'm a man who fights injustice in anywhere, in any space I go to. Yeah. I fight I walk with faith, not fear. God leads me.
Would you put it the same terms, or would you want the terms to change?
I mean, I would definitely change a lot of terms, to be honest with you. But like I say, well, I mean, when it comes to the appreciation, really, I just feel like there is that thing where people forget how much this kind of work takes you away from family, especially for myself. While shooting The Wife, I hadn't seen my family for months because my family's in Mpumalanga. So I had to be based in Joburg, and sometimes the schedule wouldn't even allow me to go, outside. Because, I mean, you know how productions can be hectic, and we might need, So I'd love to come to the awards and celebrate. Asambe Mpumalanga, let's go. I'll see my kids on the way. So it's that,
Are you underpaid?
Am I underpaid? I can say that I definitely have not experienced my worth in salary yet. No, I definitely have not. That I can definitely put it out there, So I do believe that we have a long way to go in terms of building our people, and providing them financial freedom in our space as actors. There's a lot that we're going through. Right now, you can see what's happening. So many actors are on social media. Okay, I think I'll just pick this up when we come back. But yeah, let's go into that. Lie. I always believe that my talent and hard work will be enough for me to, carry me through my career. And, it surprised me that was never enough. And, hence it's one of those things where you go back to wonder that, what is it that will eventually make me good enough? It's funny because I have a legions of fans that are die hard, that are like anything that you ever jump on, you're jumping on, and I'm your fan, King. Here we are. But and you're trying to stay strong for them because you can never be weak for your fans. They need to always see the warrior in warrior mode, and believe that any other next war that's coming, he's ready for. Touch, I was never ready to be, off screen for as long as I had to be. And
Are you off screen right now?
no, I mean, because my journey literally came to a pause or a halt from the second season of The Wife. I think many of my fans know this. This is where, no, this was never my choice. And I can never say this was a choice of any human being either, because this was God saying, Abdul, you've acted enough. Enough with acting. I didn't know. I still wanted more. I was still keen on season 3. I was still keen. You've done your best. Let's just pull you out of there. So he unplugged me. No, I'm giving you that. I'm not acting anymore. In terms of, I really do believe I'm done with acting. I won't lie to you. I cannot continue. I love myself way too much. God is protecting my soul, my spirit. Hence, I'm saying to you, I want to actually let people know, even yourself, that even these letters, there's more letters coming, because like I'm saying to you, there's 5 segments. The first one, I'm done acting. The first segment is the industry. The second segment is the fame. The third one is the art, which is the gift and the curse. The fourth one will be the soul, which we all have to fight to keep. And the fifth one is me, because me is when you realize that you yourself are the industry. So if I speak of industry, realize that I'm not speaking against anybody. I'm speaking against myself as well, because I myself am in the industry. So I always say we can never speak of the industry as industry folk and take ourselves out. I am part of the industry. Yes?
A call comes in
Yes, my king.
for the right script and the right check.
Yes, sir.
You're going to say no?
I definitely am within my rights, sir. At this point, after what I've gone through, I'm a happy no. I'm not even a sad no. I'm a happy no for the sake of my kids. My kids need a happy father who has a very, clear mind of where he wants to go. So when God took me out of acting, I know I was starting to warm up to, the roles too, but such is life.
Okay, maybe before a total you
I probably would, definitely. I'm actually going to tell you how I'm directing in Zimbabwe right now. I'll tell you something. Hence, I'm saying this one, I've already done enough. And I'm happy with it. I'm not walking away sad in any way.
I hear you about this walking away. You've done acting, you've never act again. But
Yeah.
if Mekoni Chume was alive, she would have called you to order. She was like a mom to me. Mom Connie will text me.
I understand.
She'll say, when?
I understand.
Like she's that mom who never want to see artists and gifted people down, or saying that you are out of a job. When you say to me you found yourself not working,
Yes.
and it was not, it's not volitional. It's not something that you said.
I volunteered
"Yeah,
this.
work."
Yes.
No. Therefore, there are pieces on the chessboard that are deciding if you are a pawn or you are a bishop or a knight. Is that correct?
Understood. And here's where the difference is between myself and any other artist that's gone through what I've gone through. I always say, first of all, I'm God's leading man. No one will ever cast me but God. So the fact that someone has to play a role of casting doesn't mean they cast me. God will tell me if I'm in there or not. So they are just fortunate to see me be like through the processes of joining that show, whatever the case is. But I'm a firm believer, I'm a spiritual being. And like I say, if something's not for you, it's not for you. As good as we can be, God will put you where he wants you to be. So when God took me out of acting the way he did, yes, I might have still wanted more. Yes, I might have felt like it's unfair for me, but it's God who's deciding. Like I said, I'm never giving power to any human being on my life. So God has been doing all of this. God is journeying this. God is directing me. I'm God's leading man, like I
Are you
say.
able to share with us when you say you feel you might have felt like when you stopped acting it was unfair for you? Are you able to share with us what it is that transpired that you felt like was unfair? Just so we have a better understanding of why it is we're never going to see you on our screens acting again.
No, I mean, it was unfair for someone who was already still looking forward to, continuing my journey. I mean, I already started this journey so well with, everyone that was on the show.
Yeah.
So to come to a point where whatever it is that, was never working anymore with me being on the show, I don't think it could have gone as far as me having to be off the show, right? I mean, there could have been means. I could have probably had less story, I could have probably... There's a lot more that could have been done, but the fact that it had to go as far as me going off the show, that is something that, like I say, I cannot place it on any human being anymore.
But I mean, there's other shows, surely.
Yes.
You move to another show?
No one says I've stopped. I'm only telling you now that from here onwards, I'm okay with... I don't want to audition anymore, because none of the auditions have ever come back, like they're all 200 gone. I'm not good enough. So what do you want me to do,
One of the most talented actors is still out of a job, over 200 auditions. So let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
It's like me saying I'm leaving Metro.
Yes.
And I put that tweet and I just say I'm done at Metro.
Yes.
I genuinely believe that somebody, maybe somebody out there is going to say, this is my opportunity to call him.
That's the thing.
Genuinely believe. And it's just natural progression to get a call
Yes.
from competition. Say, I want you. Are you saying, Abdul Khoza has auditioned over 10 times and never got a job, it seems to me that there are forces that have intentionally gone out of their way to try and stop or halt or bring to an end anything you try to do. And as I'm speaking right now, it's funny to me because God is in control.
Yes.
Sometimes we think having an upper hand gives us the power to decide on people's careers.
Yes.
But not so.
Yes.
God is a way to remind us he's on the throne.
Yes.
But how is it that you did not get any call back after 100, 200 auditions? You, Abdul Khoza, one of the baddest characters on Ushaka Levy.
I understand and I appreciate all the love I've ever received in my career, but I also had to accept whatever the journey was providing or was taking me to, because at the end of the day, you know, I could only do so much. I can only give myself tapes. I can only do auditions on my end. So hence I'm saying that, you know, it's one thing that I don't wish for anyone. To have to, you know, get to a point where they actually feel like they need to even move away from the gift. But it's only safer for your soul. You know, you really need to protect yourself in every way. My kids need to have a father who still has the passion for things that he does. And I always said, I'm lucky to have, you know, met my actors that are even legends to me that still had the passion, regardless of how much they had also gone through with their journeys. But because they were still active, they still had the passion.
Abdul,
So, yes?
I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I
Yes.
hear you're saying you've chosen to not be an actor anymore.
Yes, yes.
But before me today,
Yes.
just from what I've heard you speak about,
Yes.
you sound so broken.
I'm healing now.
You sound
I
like-
definitely am broken with my journey in terms of how it ended, how everything just came and crashing, I guess. I mean, I've lost a lot. If I tell you guys, I nearly went to live on the streets. That's how bad it's been, right? And obviously that's taken an effect on even my family structure and everything else. So I'm here right now rebuilding myself. You know, that...
And I'd like you to break down.
no, I'm not here to cry about anything.
We are here for your breakthrough.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this. And I speak life into this conversation. I speak life into this.
Yes.
dialogue that
Yes, King.
You have an appointment with that breakthrough you've been waiting for.
Yes.
But for us to witness it, for that to manifest, we have to acknowledge
Yes.
that there's a crack on the wall. And we're not going to put a painting behind that crack, but we're going to deal with the crack on the wall.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
God helps people who help themselves.
Definitely.
And I need you to help many people like me
Mm,
in this business who have been broken, who have lost hope and said, I'm done.
Yes.
2016, I went through what you're going through.
Yes.
2016, and I didn't want nobody. I had 4 stations saying, please join us. I said, no, I don't want to do radio.
Yes.
Instead, I'll open my own. I don't want to deal with another manager telling me this, telling me that. I don't want to deal with short-minded people projecting limits, thinking. I don't want that projection on me. And I had good people. Thank God I had good people that amidst all of that bitterness, I still kept my ties well. I still kept my relationship. I never went out and burnt bridges. And you are here because you are sharing your testimony for that young Abdul
Yes.
who's going through what you experiencing. And we need to find the best way to pivot. And I'm hearing a man in Abdul that says, touch. What that means is whatever God gives you, it adds no sorrow to it. If it's causing you sleepless nights, it's because there's a journey, there's a lesson that you have to experience in that gift, in that blessing. But it will not add any sorrow. Abdul Khoza is my friend, he's my brother, and I'm loving what I'm hearing, even though it's landing heavy. It's not good to hear somebody I look up to going to auditions and he doesn't get a call back. You cannot tell me there were 5 better candidates than him. You can't say that. It's scientifically impossible. So, because we are a public broadcaster, Abdul,
Yes, sir.
Tonish,
Good.
I just got off the call with one of the most senior executive in the SABC.
Yes.
She asked not to disclose details, but she would like to sit with you next week.
Thank you so much. Please pass on my gratitude, Mdala. Yeah, let's finish this and we can
Yes,
talk about
on
that.
Saturday morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into that meeting with you
I'd appreciate
because
that.
she asked that I'm present. I'm not going in there for the details of the meeting.
Okay.
I am being a servant, leading you to the door of your own wisdom. What happens beyond the door, it is yours and your God's alone.
I thank you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate this opportunity so much. And I thank the opportunity, to be here and to be heard, But at the same time, I really want you to also understand, everyone who's listening, that I'm not here to cry out, guys. Like I said, I've already started working on a project with a lady called Awakiwe, where I happen to have the opportunity to direct great actors from SA already. So I'm not saying that God is not in the space anymore, but I'm saying that it must be a space where we don't feel racist. It must remain neutral, because at the end of the day, this is the space where racism, politics, and tribalism and anything should not exist, because we represent the people. We are responsible to represent them authentically, without judging or without, using our own traumas to play or give the stories, except if it only suits the character or the journey. So for me, I really would like to see actors really going through the therapy of playing these roles, but also come out on top, having learned something about themselves and about, the journeys that they've walked on too, and not feel unappreciated, in such a way that, I wouldn't know why it would be so hard for us to really, really get people, telling their stories and feeling safe about it, like it's becoming a little toxic sometimes, ukuthi abantu bethu begcine bekhala kanje, crying on social media because things are not coming together and so forth. So those are some of the things that I really wish to make less of. I really want, in fact, that's why I'm planning. I've heard people call out royalties and picture deals, but I haven't really seen it. I'd like to see it on each of my contracts, because that matters to me. I'm not trying to be rich. Okay, I'll tell you about Pavement Dreams, no problem. And I get it now. I got it long ago, but it's time that I accept and shift my position, because I fought the thing is, there's no good fights I could ever fight as an actor. So I just had to change positions, So yeah.
I'm excited because you can never leave the same way you walk through those doors, bro. I can tell you that for free.
I appreciate that.
We speak life on this show.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to do the most in 2025. I know so.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, my kid.
I cannot wait. Just get closer to the mic, please.
Yeah.
Watching you live on your Instagram, and I believe that you're gonna do great things in 2025. Take it from me.
Thank you so much, King. Like I say, with my production house being called Pavement Dreams, it comes from that concept of you can dream so far as getting yourself on a pavement for losing everything while dreaming, but you can still have dreams of getting yourself off that pavement once again. So that's why I called my company Pavement Dreams. I stand by it. I'm saying, even if you saw me on a pavement, I'll never stop dreaming, because I don't need beds to dream. I dream everywhere I go. So I appreciate this so much.
Dreams are valid. Abdul Khoza, my brother, I cannot wait. I'll be seeing you next week. We have an appointment and we can't miss this one.
Thank you so much, brother. I really look forward to seeing you, and thank you for this, and thank you to everyone that's been listening, and for you, everyone that's in the show with me. I really appreciate this. You've really changed my life in just a single show, because I've also healed from talking to you and the listeners. I feel like I've been received, hence the answers that God has brought immediately are also reflecting that they're not landing on deaf ears, these words that we are sharing between us. I appreciate that a lot, my king. I'd rather suffer through, just pushing myself. Like I said, I'm still keen on the hard work that it's going to take for me to build. I'm not rushing anything. I look forward for the long, hard work and everything that will come with. But as long as I know that I can protect people's gifts like my own, I would appreciate the opportunity to work with people, from all corners of the world. So yeah, appreciate that.